coffee?
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Oh, it's hot, really.
Hot.
Oh, you know, I saw in the boss's morning edition this couple that came in from Mexico was supposed to be her sister and this guy Stenbeck. What it turns out that they were look-alike.
Yeah, can you believe it? It was amazing.
Weird.
Very upsetting, the whole thing. I wanted Emily home to be where we could help her. What?
I don't want to argue, but it's that word help. It kind of gets to me sometimes.
Oh, why?
Well, maybe your sister didn't want any help. I mean, from what you've told me, and from everything that I've read in the papers, she went off with this guy of her own free will.
Well, that need help.
Well, maybe she loves him.
Well, that doesn't matter, Rob. You don't understand the situation. This guy he's dangerous. He's bad news. I mean, he's hurt just about everybody he's ever come in contact with.
Yeah, well, maybe your sister just showed him that the way he was living was wrong, and now he wants to live a different way, a right way, huh? Did you ever think of that?
No, there's no way any man like James Stenbeck could ever change.
Oh, must be wonderful.
What?
To be so sure of yourself that you can be judge and jury all wrapped into one as far as other people are concerned.
I never said that.
Oh, you didn't have to say that. I've seen this kind of attitude all my life. Oh, all the do-gooders, the people that think they're so right and perfect and righteous that they can just go around judging everybody else. I can hear him talking right now. Now, this guy was born bad, so he's never going to change. So let's not let him get in with the decent people, or else he's going to contaminate them, you see, to make up their minds. But they never give the people that they judge an opportunity to prove that they're wrong. I've seen it a lot, and I hate it a lot.
Not really sure.
Ambrose will dig into things at the nursing home, just in case Mrs. Fryer left anything in her affection. It's clues to her husband's death and Martin's love. Would you like some coffee?
No, it's pretty incredible timing, even for you.
What does that mean?
Well, come on, Ambrose dropped by with news of this woman's death, and her husband's secrets die with her, just as you and John are about to take off for your honeymoon.
Oh, no, you're not suggesting, are you? Surely not that I had her eyes.
Anyway, you don't have to worry about Lisa digging around for the real reason why Martin Guest committed suicide. Iva is not about to tell Lily the truth. Iva's family will respect her wishes. So it seems to me that you've got all your little chess pieces all lined up in a row as usual.
Except one. My black knight, Tonio.
Well, I don't know when you're going to learn. You know, you keep on clutching these people to your bosom as co-conspirators if they can give you what you want. You did it with Channing because you hated Iva. You did it with Stenbeck for other reasons, and you did it with Tonio to keep me away from Sierra.
You're absolutely right.
Am I hearing anything?
No, I'm saying that a lot of what you say is absolutely correct. Now that I'm a married lady, I feel a change in me. Now that I'm married to John. Want me to tell you something?
I'm not sure I could bear it, but go ahead.
I like being married to John. I like it. And you I love. I mean, I loved you. I really did. I loved teaching you. I loved leading you down the garden path. That was something. And then you fell for Sierra. Poor Sierra. Her life is such a mess. I'm going to do whatever I can to help her. That I pledge. But I look at you and I know that I can't do anything to make things up to you.
I don't know what to say.
Just that one does terrible things sometimes. One really does. And if I could start the story again, I think that I would do everything I could in my power to help you. Help you and Sierra have a really good life together. What you wanted and what you really deserve.
Well, I was until I walked in this room.
Oh, we were just burying the hatchet.
That's what you call it. John, I got to tell you, this marriage thing here, it's changed your life in more ways than I even thought possible.
Is that right? Say, listen. I want you to know that Bob found Rick. Rick confessed that he's been lying all along to implicate me in this thing.
John, you don't need to explain it to me. I'm not...
No, I know that. I just thought maybe you might put a word in to Margot on this thing. It would sure help me out.
You know, Margot, John, she's got a mind of her own. Why don't you just give her some time? Look, if I don't see you before you go, have a great honeymoon, okay?
Oh, we will. We're going to have a marvelous one. Craig, could you
Yeah.
do me a favor while I'm gone? Keep an eye on my Black Knight. Keep him away from Sierra and Lily.
I'll do my best. Happy honeymoon, John.
Well, just a few loose ends at the office, and then I'll be ready to get on my jet and take off.
What kind of relationship do you have with that guy, anyway?
Craig?
Yes.
You know what kind of relationship I had with Craig. Craig and I were special, you know. We really cooked in business, well-oiled machines. And we found comfort in each other's arms. All right? Then he fell for Sierra.
No. Did you ever stop to think that Sierra might be married to Craig right now if it weren't for you and me?
What makes you say that? Of course I think that. Of course I do. Be having his baby. And they'll be happily married, just like us.
Just like us.
And then he just stormed out, just like that. I don't know whether to go after him and try to explain or...
No, I think he probably needs a little time to simmer down, that's all. It is strange. He's not usually like that. He's usually so quiet and laid
I
back.
know, it took me by surprise. Guess it just goes to show you never know about people.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, wait till you hear this one. I am the official chaperone for Lily and Dusty, while my mother and John go on their honeymoon.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
Well, howdy. Here's the Lone Ranger.
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
If we could start the story again, I'd do anything I could to make up for what I did. Give you a chance to make Sierra happy, have a life together.
Craig? Hey, what are you thinking about?
Thinking about the time we named Free Spirit, remember?
I sure do.
Speaking of which, you making any decisions about a name for the baby yet?
I've got a few names in mind.
Care to let me in on them, or is this bad luck or something?
No, I don't think it is. If it's a girl, I'm leaning towards Laurel. But in Latin, it means victory.
Nice, yeah, I like that.
Good.
What if it's a boy?
It's just a boy. I've decided. If it's a boy, I'll name it Brian. In Celtic, that means strong.
That's my middle name.
I know.
John had nothing to do with pushing her baby. You know, but I'm so sorry that Margot and Bob had to fly all the way down there to get the truth out of Rick.
Oh, leave it up to dirty Dr. D to do something like that. Leave all the dirty work to other people. Oh, Bob went down there mainly to help Andy and to just ease the tension around.
Hello, women.
Well, hello, man.
What brings you here,
Well, I'm here to see a new doctor on your staff, Dr. Taylor Baldwin, I believe her name. Yes. And she's coming, she's going to rent Brian's apartment. And she called me and said she wanted to see me here this morning, talk to me.
Well, maybe she's decided not to take the apartment.
Hey.
Moving back to Philly.
Hey, Dad, that would be horrible. I've already told Brian his apartment has been rented.
Hello.
Well, hello. How are... Oh, there she is now. Excuse me. I've been looking all over for you guys. Well, a lot has happened since the last time I talked to you about Tony Arez.
Oh, what?
Well, since his divorce is final, I have decided to date him, and I've told my family so. and everything's okay.
You telling me your family approves of this?
Well, I wouldn't say they exactly approve, but, I mean, what can they say? It's my life, right? And they're worried about the age difference. I'm certainly not going to get an argument from you guys, right? You know that age has nothing to do with feelings, right? Oh, excuse me. Hi.
Hi.
I've been worried about you.
Why?
Well, I didn't get to talk to you after that immigration guy left. What happened?
Well, believe it or not, they already have a report of my divorce, which means I'm no longer married to an American citizen.
You're not going to get deported, are you?
No, of course not. But the immigration laws have changed slightly. They also received a complaint saying that I only married Sierra so that I could get my green card and stay in this country.
Mrs. Walsh.
That's what I suspect. Which means it's even more important that I don't lose my job and my card. But I have applied for American citizenship. It takes 3 years.
3 years. Oh, who cares? I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank you.
That's great. Oh, just your type, huh?
As long as I'm healthy, I will continue to look at an attractive woman.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I went to the apartment this morning, and the space really is perfect, and I love the location. But I was wondering if I could put everything into storage and then refurnish and decorate it to my own taste.
Oh, of course. There's no problem. I'm sure that Blind wouldn't mind it. I have the most marvelous idea. I have an incredibly wonderful interior decorator, Shannon O'Hara. She is so talented. And what's more, she lived in that very apartment for over a year, so she knows the place inside out.
Oh, really? I'd love to meet her.
Well, I'm sure that can be arranged. She's awfully busy. Her work is so wonderful, and she is just so much in demand.
Now, listen, it's perfectly fine for a castle to look stark and barren, but what a few warmer touches, huh?
Well, I like it just the way it is, as it has always been.
Oh, that's exactly my point. You see, it's so old-fashioned, Duncan.
Well, what do you expect from an authentic ancient castle?
Oh, well, you see, there are ways to keep the authenticity, like warming it up with a few touches. For instance, here. Yes, you could put a beautiful, one of those gorgeous standing lamps that look like a huge chalice. And, yes, you could put an oriental rug and cover up some of the stone, something like that. It'd be fine.
Would you kindly sit still for 5 seconds? You're making me dizzy flitting about.
Well, if you don't like that idea, close your eyes. Well, your one good eye, yes. Just for a moment, and imagine this room and a ceiling full of gossamer fabric. Sort of give you the illusion of being under some sails, like in an old Spanish pirate ship.
If I wanted a ship, I'd buy one.
Well, then you wouldn't have to be dragging in that trunk all the time back and forth. You could just put it in here permanently.
Shannon, that trunk is part of the same wild imagination that has you thinking you're some kind of interior decorator now. I don't want my castle looking like some kind of,
what?
Tibetan bordello, as it did on your almost wedding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just popped out.
You really know how to hurt a girl, don't you?
I am truly sorry. It's just, at least I got you to stand still for 5 seconds. I think I know why you were running around like a victim of St. Vitus' dance.
Why?
Because you enjoyed that kiss every bit as much as I did.
Don't be silly. I was just feeling sorry for you when I was putting the drops in your bad eye. I just got carried away, that's all.
No, I think you should consider a career in nursing.
Oh?
Aye. You're quite good at it. I think you do better at it than interior decorating. Have a knack for it.
Mr. McKechnie?
What?
Mr. McKechnie,
Yes,
you
George.
gotta come quick.
What?
It's the bird. It's the falcon.
Angus, what is it?
I don't know. I was airing out your bedchamber, and he flew out the window.
Wait. All right, listen, we've got to find him, hoot him, and bring him back here immediately. Let's go. Otherwise, the curse may fall on the McKechnie Castle.
Rod, I went looking for you everywhere, and I couldn't find you.
Went for a walk. You know, I got a favorite spot up in that little clearing up on top of the hill. it's a good place to sit and think, which I did. I feel like a fool for losing it earlier. I should never have argued like that with you.
No, it's my fault. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound so self-righteous and, opinionated. I mean, oh my, I know I hate those two things as much as you do.
I had no business sounding off like that. For a moment, I forgot that I'm paid here to do a job, and you are a guest of the people that I work for.
Well, it doesn't give me the right to abuse you. Oh, great, I did it again, huh?
What?
Touched a sensitive nerve?
No. I think you're a really nice lady. I had no right to argue with you.
What is right? What are you talking about right? I mean, just because you work for these people, that doesn't take away your God-given right to your own opinion. It's yours. I mean, who have you worked for in the past that would make you feel that way?
People that were the bosses reminded me that the food I ate, the air I breathed, fields I tended, and the animals that I cared for, they belonged to them. And that any opinions that I had to myself, they were not interested in. So it's just get the work done, so I had the privilege to go back and sleep in the bunk that they owned, too.
Was it always like that?
As long as I can remember.
Oh, no wonder you don't talk much.
You remember that night I stopped by the cabin?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was probably the first time in my life that I really felt like somebody really cared about what I was saying. That I wasn't just stepping on someone else's turf.
That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard.
Maybe. But, it's true just the same.
My mother's list of do's and don'ts while she's away. And she had Jane type these up before I said I'd stay here.
That's typical, huh?
Yeah. You know, I still understand why she and John got married, but is it my imagination or has there been a slight change in her?
Oh, I wouldn't call it slight. As a matter of fact, I call it radical. And I saw evidence of it right here in this very room not that long ago.
What do you mean?
The hardest thing in the world for your mother to do is admit that she's wrong. And she did just that right here without any pretense or excuses.
About what, they
She admitted... She admitted that because of her feelings that she had for me, that she did her best to keep us apart. The same thing that John did for his own reasons when he told you the truth about Lucinda being your mother.
Strange. Two people who did keep us apart are now happily married.
I don't think it's strange. I think it's damn unfair.
Oh, did I forget something?
Who's going to be in charge of the Lawrence division while you're away?
Ed Patterson?
Yes, I guess so. Isn't it ironic? Isn't life odd when really Holden is better briefed? And Holden was closer to the Lawrences. By the way, Holden may get in touch with me if he needs to.
Oh, all right. Now, I have your itinerary, all except for the next 4 days before you arrive in San Francisco. What about that?
Not telling anyone. Well, I'll tell you.
All right.
If you don't share it, not with, unless there's some terrible emergency with Sierra and Lily or any of John's kids.
All right.
We're going to Puerto Vallarta.
Is that where Richard Burton took Elizabeth Taylor?
I think other things have been known to happen there, darling. It's going to be fun. Oh, it's going to be one. I have a wonderful villa with a friend of mine. John has never been. It's going to be new. It's going to be something away from everything, something brand new, and he's going to leave the rest, and we're going to drink in nature's pleasures, sit under the stars at night and talk. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about everything that we wanted to be and became and what we want to be tomorrow and what we want to be together.
Lucinda, I had no idea you were such a romantic.
Doesn't it sound like fun?
Sounds like heaven. It just doesn't sound like you, that's all.
I've never had enough time in my life to be romantic. Oh, Jane. You know, my first marriage, well, that was a disaster. My first time when I was very young. And he drove us all the way from L.A. to Puerto Vallarta. And it was just heaven to me, and it was wonderful. And I looked at the sea and this magnificent was of glass. I'd never seen anything like that. I was moving up in the world. And it should have been perfect.
Why wasn't it?
Because I never loved him. And he was rich, and, that's what I... And, money doesn't help you when you want to make love. And I was a wonderful actress, as always, but I thought to myself, sometime I'm coming back to this place. This heaven, this beautiful place, and I'm going to come back to somebody I can really connect with.
I'm glad it's finally happening. You deserve it.
Thank you, Jane. I will send you whatever you want. On your honeymoon.
What about a husband?
I'll get you one of those, too.
Promises, promises.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. Jane, don't let me forget to sign those letters.
Right.
Good morning again, darling. I don't really want to see you, but I have to. Now, there's another thing that I don't forgive you for, that I have had to descend to your level on the first day of my honeymoon.
What do you want?
You have won the round, Antonio. You have won the round, and you have declared war. But you are going to regret it more than you have regretted anything in your life.
Yes, well, don't forget that you forced this, Lucinda. You forced my hand in this. You bestowed favors on a pig like Stembeck because he gave you what you wanted, while all I gave you was hard work and loyalty.
Loyalty? You don't know how to pronounce that word. You think of Sierra.
And I know it was you who was behind the visit I got this morning from the immigration officer.
Oh.
Yes, it seems someone called them to notify them and let them know that I'm no longer married to an American citizen. Well, don't worry. I've taken care of that by applying for citizenship.
Am I supposed to sing the Star-Spangled Banner?
Scoff all you want, but remember this. As much as you hate the idea, your first grandchild will be mine, and it will bear my name.
And I will love him, in spite of you. When I heard that Sierra was pregnant, my first thought was this was Craig's baby, and I wished that it were.
Yes, but Craig wasn't man enough to father a child. This child is mine. Mine, and I'm going to make sure that he knows just what grandmother is all about. So don't get too attached. Oh, have a pleasant honeymoon, despite the fact that everyone is laughing at this marriage behind your back.
No, George. Don't try to find them. Look, I'm coming right back out there to the castle. Yeah, I want to talk to Shannon. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Well, Shannon is out at the castle. Oh, that's a beautiful place. She has been working on it for over a year.
Really?
Yes. So, I'm sure that she will get in touch with you. I know she'll do it. She'll do it as a favor for me.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Oh, Lila. Do me a little favor, would you please?
Sure.
Dr. Baldwin over there, if she should come up to you and mention to you about, do you know this interior decorator by the name of Shannon O'Hara? Would you just say, go along with it, okay?
Oh,
Say she's great, she's terrific, wonderful, okay? I'll explain later, okay? Bye.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
I really enjoyed your singing the other night.
Thank you.
Mrs. Montgomery, wait. I understand that my friend, Dr. Pretty, has a room at your house.
That's right, what about it?
Well, I can't help noticing that you seem a little uncomfortable around me. I hope it's nothing that Casey said.
Oh, no, not at all. As a matter of fact, I don't remember him even ever mentioning your name. Excuse me.
Hi, Lila. I hope you understand why I wanted to talk to you about Tonio earlier.
Yeah, I do. But I worry about you, my little cupcake. Tonio Reyes is a very complicated man.
Oh, I see. That's a turn-on for you? Because everybody's against him. It's a challenge?
No. Oh, all I want is for him to be able to pick me up at your house without feeling weird about it.
All right. You'll be nothing but polite.
I don't think we've met. I'm Taylor Baldwin.
Oh, hi. Meg Snyder.
You're a student nurse here, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
How's the program?
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it, and I'm so lucky. I live with the best nurse Memorial has ever had, Lila Montgomery.
Oh, really? Why don't you tell me a little bit more about the program? Oh, boy. That's some climb up here. Any sign of Angus?
No, none.
Oh, boy. Duncan, listen. I know how fond you are of that bird, but why were you so upset? What was that you were saying about it bringing some kind of curse down on the McKechnie Castle, like it did in your old great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's time?
Nothing. I was too upset that don't pay any attention.
No, I don't believe that. Tell me.
Lassie, did you come up here to bother me with more of your infernal questions?
No, I came up because I saw how desperate you were about the falcon. Well, Duncan, one time I remember you set the falcon free yourself, and you were surprised when it came back all by itself. It found its way back to the castle.
That was different.
How?
I set the falcon free at that time.
Yes? Well, I don't see the difference.
Well, that's the way it is. You can set a falcon free, but not the reverse.
That's who?
That's the legend. Every laird of McKechnie Castle has had a falcon to hunt for him. It's a proud symbol of my family.
Pretty ferocious symbol, isn't it? A bird of prey?
Well, that's not my doing. But it is how I got the name Falcon when I was a schoolboy.
Bad nickname to have in these parts, especially after all the havoc the falcon's ring has caused.
That's not my doing either.
Why do I believe you? Even when the police aren't sure. Tell me. Well, what happened to old Angus after his falcon flew away?
He lost everything.
What?
As a matter of fact, that night, his wife died in childbirth. And then he lost his fleet, ship by ship.
What fleet?
Well, it's a matter of Scottish history, lassie. Angus had a fleet of pirate ships that would smuggle for him, gave him their booty. They flew a white flag with the figure of a falcon, and that flag was more dreaded than any skull and crossbones.
Not exactly something to take family pride in, if you ask me.
Nevertheless, that was the beginning of Angus' downfall, and the legend has been handed down since then.
Yes, but you've always scoffed at superstition.
Not this one. The falcon I learned to hunt with, my father's falcon that we had at the manor house in Edinburgh, he flew away, and the next day my parents were killed in an automobile accident. And the ruckle that my father had given me disappeared shortly thereafter. So you can see now why it bothers me that Angus has flown away.
Yeah. But Duncan, why can't you just buy another falcon?
Well, my grandfather tried that, but the fates wouldn't be fooled. That night while he was sleeping, the new falcon, came in and attacked him and clawed his eyes out of their very sockets.
Good Lord, I don't want to hear any more.
Well, that's good, lassie, because I'm running out of stories to invent for you.
What? Oh, you pig! You... No! Oh! Duncan, you... Duncan? Are you all right? Duncan, please! Duncan! Please be all right. Please, stop. Speak to me. Speak to me. I didn't mean to hurt you. Please, Duncan, speak to me. Speak to me. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, don't prove to me that the McKechnie Falcon curse is true.
Oh, if this is the last sight I ever see, I'll die a happy man.
Oh, thank you so much for the ride.
Sure, what do you want, please?
Oh, up there, please.
Listen, how long are you planning on continuing to work here?
Until
Well, Dr. Samuels tells me I
Oh,
can.
great. It's all right. I shouldn't presume to try to tell a pre-med student how to take care of her health, right?
Well, right.
Apologies.
Bye-bye, thanks.
Listen, Sierra.
What?
About what you said earlier today about naming the baby Brian if it's a boy, I gotta tell you that I've never been so flattered in my life.
Well, I fell in love with the name when I saw it on our marriage license.
Oh, Taylor, have you met Taylor, Dr. Baldwin? This is Fred Montgomery.
Yes.
Yes, we've met. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, same here. Listen, I'm gonna go.
Okay, thanks again.
Okay. Nice to see you.
Seems like a nice guy. Have you known him long?
Yeah.
How well do you know his mother? Well, I know her pretty well. She seems like such an attractive, vital woman. Is she involved with anyone?
Not right now. She was about a year ago.
Why? Just curious.
Enjoying yourself at Memorial, Dr. Baldwin?
Please call me Taylor. Yes, I am. But I'm looking forward to getting to work on some research with you one of these days.
Well, I'll tell you something. I got a project in the works. If it comes through, maybe we'll work something out. Hey, look at you. Just about to pick up your mother. Thank you very much for looking after the place while we're gone.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Seeing you here brings back a lot of old memories.
And those are probably best forgotten.
Some of them were pretty good, you know. Sarah was my assistant when we worked on the Chagas research project. She's the best one I ever had.
I'm impressed.
Yeah?
I read your notes on that. Why did you give that up?
Oh, that's a long story. One I'm not too terribly proud of.
John, like I said, I think we can just forget about that, put it in the past where it belongs. I'm about to have a baby. I'm excited about that, and we both have new beginnings, don't
You're
we?
right. I'll talk to you when I get back.
Have a good time.
Take care, Dr. Baldwin. Taylor Baldwin.
Sarah, do you know a young resident that Dr. Dixon sponsored here by the name of Casey Peretti?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, he used to date a friend of mine, Franny Hughes.
Oh, yes. I met her the first day I was here. She was with Casey. That's all in the past now?
Yeah, like everything. I mean, she's engaged to another person, and, I mean, they're still friends, she and Casey.
Thank you. Study your buns off. You'll get 100.
Hey, you, come here.
What?
I understand that, you're old friends with our newest staff member, Dr. Baldwin.
Who told you that?
She did. We had a nice long chat. She asked me all sorts of questions.
Like what?
Oh, like what it's like to be a student nurse and what it's like to live with Lila. Yeah, stuff like that.
Wait. You didn't tell her anything about me and Lila.
Oh, of course not. But I definitely got the impression that was what she was after.
Everything's all blurry.
Do you think you can make it back to the castle with my help?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm so sorry. I will never horse around again. I promise.
I just hope it's not a concussion.
Shannon! Duncan! Where are you? Up here, Lisa!
Wait, I need your support.
Oh, I'm great. I've got great news. That's terrific news, Shannon. I've got you your first decorating job. You know that, the young, oh, my dear. What happened to you?
Duncan fell down and he hasn't been able to get up ever since.
Oh, even Lisa's all blurry.
Oh.
Snake!
Where?
Snake! Sorry, my mistake. Just a little handle here to the
You
binoculars.
were faking. You weren't hurting at all. I'll give you something to hurt about. Duncan!
Hey, Shannon, wait a minute. Come here. What? Listen, as my boat was just pulling into the dock, I looked over there and I saw two strange men. They were moving towards the secret passageway. So what do you think we do a little sleuthing on our way back to the castle, huh? What are we waiting for?
Darling, we just did it. We took off. In fact, John is down front. I think he's trying to fly the plane. Yeah. The honeymoon has begun, Ambrose. This is my final call. I swear it. I just wanted to make sure that you're going to keep your eyes on everything for me. And I mean everything. Yes, Bill. What? No, I haven't told John about Lily's mother. Why should I? I think that married people, should keep secret. Yes, I do. Antonio spoke to me this morning and said that, well, he accused me, actually, of sicking the immigration people on him. And then he volunteered that he's going to apply for U.S. citizenship. Is there any chance that he can succeed at that? Oh, 3 years? It takes 3 years? Well, my darling, that gives me ample time to cook up something. I'll frame him for embezzling. Yes, and you think of something too, darling. All right, gotta go. See you when I get back. Bye-bye.
Well,
Last phone call. Honeymoon has really begun.
next up, where to Valletta?
Oh, he told you.
Well, yeah, I want to know where we're going.
Have you been there before?
Me? Never.
Oh, good. Because I wanted it to be a surprise. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And they have a bathtub big enough for two. I checked that out. I did. I checked that out. Forget the sea, right?
We can go swimming again. Come on, let's have a little champagne.
All right.
Champagne.
Nice. What shall we toast to?
I don't know. You name it, okay?
Well, I could start, anyway. I know what. For openers.
Yes.
Let's toast a little bee I put in Rex Whitmore's bonnet before I left.
What's that?
To the next chief of staff of Memorial Hospital.
I'd drink to that. To us, too.
Hey, Taylor, would you like to join Betsy and me for lunch? Oh, thanks, but I'm getting out. I've got a lot to do here. Some other time now. Okay. How things work out with Rod? Has he calmed down at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel pretty sorry for the guy. It seems like he's been sort of misunderstood most of his life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people treat him badly, so he feels everyone judges him, and he can't trust anybody. Reminds me an awful lot of Steve when I first met him.
Well, maybe for Rod, that saying about still water is running deep, maybe it holds true for him. Hey, Casey, how you doing? Well, I didn't know that you and Dr. Baldwin here were such good friends.
Yeah, it's a small world, you know?
Is it?
Well, listen, we better go. I told Craig I'd be back in the office by 2.
Okay. See you both later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Something I can do for you, Dr. Peretti?
Yeah, for one thing, you can stop asking people around here questions about me.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play dumb with me. I know you've been in here pumping Sierra for information all morning. If there's something you want to know, why don't you just ask me?
Fine. Are you and Lila Montgomery more than just landlady and tenant? Well, I hope Lucinda meant what she said. You know how quickly she can change her mind, just about as predictable as a tornado.
I know, Mom, I know that, but I really can't help but really be touched by what she said about Sierra this morning.
Craig, not even... Going to name it after your middle name? So, where are we going on the first
I don't think
real
so.
date? Just leave it alone, darling. Just leave it alone.
It's the last thing I do.
Meg is seeing Tonya right now. And her family knows all about it.
Where are they, George?
They're all waiting for you in the usual place right now, sir.
Fine. Tell them I'll be right there as soon as I'm off the phone.
Right.
Hi, Charles. Anyway, as I was saying, I know it may sound foolish and superstitious to you, but I know what I'm talking about. Listen to me. Every single time that a McKechnie man has lost his falcon, the curse has fallen upon the castle. I don't give a damn what it costs the operation. I want every ship brought to safe harbor with Angus gone. Otherwise, they may be lost, as they were in old Angus' time.
Andy may have to swallow his pride when his wife's lover wants to return to the jazz group on Take 5, tonight at 8:30. Stay tuned for TV 11's Our Magazine next.